I have a crush. I like this guy at my job. Lately, I've been thinking of him quite often. He's not someone I would necessarily go for, but we've been talking and interacting whenever we see each other. Now, I caught feelings for him. I'm also wondering if he likes me back. When he comes to work he always greets me, and whenever I leave he says goodbye. Sometimes when we're not busy he leans back and starts talking to me. When he needs something he gets close to me and asks me while making eye contact the whole time, and I swear I feel a connection or something like that. Anyways, maybe this is all in my head lol. By the way, crushes suck. I'm worried my uncle may have a girl. This uncle, 36, molested me, 28, until the age of 13 while I slept, and had control over me and was a giant fat bully. Anyway, 15 years later he is father to 2 toddler boys, 3, 6, and is expecting again. I am terrified and worried he might have a baby girl, and due to her what he has done to me. 2 years ago, I told his wife, 31, about what happened to me over text, and she never replied or anything, and it was awkward being around them for a while. But we're family at the end of the day, and I couldn't avoid them forever. So everything is like good and fine now, and I'm rarely bothered by these unfortunate events anymore, but shit like this makes me worry. I just really hope he doesn't have any girls. Even with his boys, I find myself looking out for their well-being more than I should. Whenever he's alone with his kids and stuff, I get nervous for them. Do people change?
If a woman loves you, then she will cook for you. If a woman loves you, then she will cook for you. Imagine having a woman who isn't a family member love you so much to the point that she will cook for you. We are toddlers to these normal guys, my friends. We are toddlers.
I assaulted my girlfriend and I don't know why. I've been with my GF for almost a year now. Our anniversary would be in a few weeks. She is my first and only love. We were going strong for a year, with 1 or 2 insignificant fights being our only issues. She's amazing and everything I've ever wanted in a relationship. A few nights ago us and our friends decided to get drunk and have a small party within our bubble. I'm something of a lightweight, but was trying to keep up with my friends at the beginning of the night. I got very drunk very quick. Soon after me and her decided to leave for a bit to fool around. We were having a great time, but we decided at the beginning that it needed to be quick as our friends were outside and we didn't want to make things awkward. We went at it and I was behind her. She came but I kept going cause I hadn't yet. This wasn't unusual, but after a few minutes she told me to stop. Now I don't know why or how I did it, but I didn't stop. She said it and I know I heard her, but for some reason it just didn't register. I think she said it again at one point. I only kept going for about a minute, but as soon as I finished and she turned around, I knew exactly what I had done. I knew I had made the biggest mistake of my life, and done the worst possible thing to the person I cared the most about. The look she gave me then is burned so clearly into my memory, and it's all I've been thinking about since. She told me to leave, so I left quickly. I went home shaking that night. I spent the entire night crying and hating myself. Hating that I hurt her, hating that I threw away our relationship, and hating myself. The next day we met up to talk. She came over and I told her that I wanted a break, because I didn't want to hurt her again. This turned into a very long emotional conversation. Neither of us want to lose each other, but we also can't deny that what I did was horrific, and a huge violation of both her safety and trust. I never felt as though I had any issues with drinking, however I committed not to drink again for a long time. I don't understand why I did what I did, but I know alcohol was a factor, so I'm cutting it out. I've also committed to starting therapy because of this instance and a few other smaller personal issues. At the moment she's taking some space and deciding what she wants to do from here. I've spent every day since crying, thinking about how I hurt her. I feel like a monster. This is such a crucial part of my moral code that I never even considered breaking. I managed to throw away the best thing that has ever happened to me by committing one of the worst crimes of humanity. As much as I think about myself and the things I threw away, all I really want is for her to be okay. I know this is something I'll have to live with for the rest of my life, and I've already accepted that. I just want her to feel safe and be okay.
My sister is beautiful, but thinks she's ugly because she looks like me. I don't know how to feel about that. It pains me, but at the same time, wow, savage. Doesn't help that I'm the eldest and the ugliest, haha, but it is what it is.
I took a shit in my neighbor's garden because he blasts techno music late at night. He apparently works from home, and so he can just do his work whenever, and so most nights he is blasting loud techno music late until 2 or 3 in the morning. Which is really irritating because I have to be at work at 9 AM Monday through Friday. So anyway, last Friday morning, he had been up really late blasting music, so I knew he was asleep. So at 7:30 I went into his backyard and took a shit in his garden. I didn't get caught, and I don't know if he even noticed, but it felt so good. Girl stopped talking to me because I forgot what her name was. This is innocent, but she did not appreciate it. I was on a dating site and started talking to this girl for quite a while. We exchanged numbers and I put her in my phone under her username. Her name was kind of unique, like Kaylee or Kayla or something like that, so I figured I'd remember it. Well, it worked the opposite way. We hung out and talked for a good while, and eventually I forgot what her name was. I never updated it in my phone. She wasn't on social media or anything, so couldn't get it from there. We were drinking one day, and stupid me thought it would be a funny story to tell her that I've had her in my phone as her username and never updated it. She was not happy. We stopped talking shortly after. Sounds minuscule to stop talking to someone because of it, but then again I totally get it. Probably felt like I didn't care about her enough to know her name. I did know it, just forgot it. To this day I still can't remember what it was.
I feel guilty that I haven't shed a single tear over getting divorced because I know that she was utterly devastated. I feel guilty that I haven't shed a single tear over getting divorced because I know that she was utterly devastated. She was 1000% absolutely devoted to me. I did love her. I still do. She was my best friend. We were together for over 5 years, married for almost 2 of them. I think about her and the good times that we had every single day. I miss her. I feel so alone now. I love 90% of my life with her. It's just that the 10% that I hated really fucked me up mentally, and it turned me into a bad person. It literally caused me daily existential crises. She's already dating one of our best friends, not my friend anymore, who lives a 10-hour flight away. She claimed that he knows her better than anyone. I still find that insulting because for over 5 years, we were in constant communication, whether it was texting, on the phone, or in person. She talked on the phone with this guy for 2 hours a week for a year, and he knows her better than anyone? Bullshit. At the time she made that claim, I was the one who knew her better than anybody.